Don't let money stress control your life any longer. With the right tools and mindset, you can achieve financial freedom. Start your money diet today and see the difference it can make. Join our community and let's achieve financial success together. Welcome to my channel. Shares in a company represent ownership in that company. When you buy a share of a company, you become a shareholder, which means you have a stake in that company's assets, earnings, and profits. Companies issue shares as a way to raise capital, and investors purchase shares in the hope of earning a return on their investment through dividends, share price appreciation, or both. Shares can be publicly traded on stock exchanges or privately held by a small group of investors. The value of a share is determined by the supply and demand in the market, as well as the financial performance and prospects of the company. Shareholders are typically entitled to vote on major corporate decisions, such as the election of the board of directors and major mergers or acquisitions. They also have the right to receive a portion of the company's profits in the form of dividends, although not all companies choose to pay dividends. Overall, shares in a company provide investors with the opportunity to participate in the success of that company and potentially earn a return on their investment. However, investing in shares also involves risks, and investors should carefully consider a company's financial health and prospects before buying its shares. How companies get registered in Kenya's stock market. Companies that want to list their shares on the Kenyan stock market must go through a process known as an initial public offering, IPO. An IPO is the first sale of shares by a private company to the public, and it is a way for the company to raise capital and become publicly traded. To register for an IPO on the Kenyan stock market, the company must meet the requirements set by the Capital Markets Authority, CMA, and the Nairobi Securities Exchange, NSE. These requirements typically include financial requirements. The company must have a certain minimum level of revenue, profitability, and assets. Corporate governance requirements. The company must have a strong board of directors, a clear business plan, and transparent accounting practices. Legal and regulatory requirements. The company must comply with all relevant laws and regulations and have all necessary licenses and permits. Professional requirements. The company must work with a sponsoring stockbroker, a financial advisor, and a reporting accountant to prepare the necessary documentation and ensure compliance with regulations. Once the company has met these requirements, it can begin the process of filing an IPO with the CMA and the NSE. This typically involves submitting a prospectus, a detailed document describing the company's business, financial performance, and future prospects. The prospectus is reviewed by the CMA and the NSE, and if it is approved, the company can begin selling its shares to the public on the stock market. Before buying shares in a company in Kenya, there are several things that you should consider to help you make an informed decision. Here are some factors to look for. Financial performance. Analyze the company's financial statements to assess its financial health. Look at the company's revenue, profit margins, debt levels, and cash flow. You can find this information on the company's website, in annual reports, or through the Nairobi Securities Exchange website. Industry and market trends. Consider the trends in the industry and market in which the company operates. Look at the competition, consumer demand, and regulatory environment. This will help you gauge the company's potential for growth and profitability. Management team. Assess the company's management team and their track record. Look at their experience, qualifications, and leadership style. Evaluate their ability to make sound strategic decisions that can positively impact the company's performance. Corporate governance. Check the company's governance structure and policies. Look at their board composition, transparency, and ethical practices. This will give you confidence in the company's management and their commitment to accountability and good business practices. Valuation. Consider the company's valuation in relation to its peers and the broader market. Look at its price-to-earnings ratio, price-to-book ratio, and other relevant metrics. This will help you determine whether the company is undervalued or overvalued. Dividend policy. Evaluate the company's dividend policy and historical dividend payouts. This will give you an idea of the company's commitment to returning value to shareholders. Macroeconomic factors. Consider macroeconomic factors such as interest rates, inflation, and currency fluctuations that can impact the company's performance. It's important to conduct thorough research and seek professional advice before buying shares in any company. Investing in the stock market carries risks, and it's essential to make informed decisions to minimize these risks. The Kenyan stock market, known as the Nairobi Securities Exchange, NSE, has several companies that investors can consider buying shares in. Here are some of the top companies to buy shares in Kenya. Safaricom. Safaricom is the leading telecommunications company in Kenya and has consistently been one of the top performing stocks on the NSE. The company's strong financial performance and dominant market position make it a popular choice for many investors. Equity Group Holdings. Equity Group is one of the largest banking groups in East Africa and has a strong presence in Kenya. The company has a history of strong financial performance and has been expanding its operations across the region. KCB Group. KCB Group is another major banking group in Kenya and has a strong market position. The company has a history of stable financial performance and has been expanding its operations across the region. East African Breweries. East African Breweries is the leading beer and spirits manufacturer in East Africa and has a strong presence in Kenya. The company's brands, such as Tusker and Guinness, are household names in Kenya, making it a popular choice for many investors. Cooperative Bank of Kenya. Cooperative Bank of Kenya is a leading banking group in Kenya and has a strong presence in the cooperative sector. The company has a history of stable financial performance and has been expanding its operations across the region. Standard Chartered Bank. Standard Chartered Bank is a multinational bank with a strong presence in Kenya. The company has a history of stable financial performance and has been expanding its operations across the region. Britam Holdings. Britam Holdings is a diversified financial services group with operations in Kenya and other parts of East Africa. The company has a history of strong financial performance and has been expanding its operations across the region. It is important to note that investing in shares comes with risks, and past performance does not guarantee future results. Investors should conduct their research and seek professional advice before investing in any company's shares. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. If you have any suggestions for future videos, drop a comment below. See you in the next video.